Hi, I'm going to talk about where I put concealer. Someone just asked me this and I thought, well, I could tell her, but how much better if I just show her, right? If you're new here, I'm Sheri Dyas Mellott with Glam Lashes Galore, and I'm the leading authority for teaching women how to use makeup with confidence, no matter what season of life they're in. And I love to show bite-sized tutorials to women so that they can jump in right now with their makeup process and start leveling up, start feeling better about each new birthday coming their way. If you are new here, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button, and then you'll get notified whenever I bring new videos here for you. And you can always follow me on social media at Glam Lashes Galore on Facebook and Glam Lashes Galore on Instagram. So if you hold on a second, I'm going to show you where I put my concealer. I put some concealer on my palette here. I love to use this palette for different things. I use them quite a bit for different tutorials here. And I'm going to show you where I put my concealer. I'm going to look really goofy for a little bit, but that's okay. I want to show you because there's really no way to know exactly what someone's process is unless you watch it, right? Also, if you would like to be notified if I decide to do the masterclass for foundation and concealer, just drop the word me down below and I'll message you a link so you can get on the wait list. If I have enough people interested in it over the next 30 days, then I will make sure and schedule that process. Okay, so first of all, I have to look at the mirror. I go under my eyes. Yes, I am just going all over my makeup right now. And let me tell you, don't let makeup rules hold you back, okay? Because I did for so long. I was afraid to do new things with my makeup because I didn't know the rules. And I thought, well, if I do it wrong, then I'm doing it wrong, right? I'm not following some kind of makeup rule. Makeup is there to make you feel good about yourself, to accentuate your features, right? To make you feel glamorous, to make you feel pretty, to make you feel like you want to show up in photographs, right? I'm just taking a concealer brush and I'm using a shade much lighter than my own foundation. When I started, the first thing I started with makeup was when I was a teenager and I had breakouts in my skin, and so I started with foundation and concealer and powder just so I could feel confident about school pictures in high school. Maybe you've done the same. That's how I taught my teenage daughter to start with concealer. Start with, really good moisturizers. The best makeup application happens on healthy skin, right? On moisturized, on hydrated skin. It helps you look and feel younger, but it also really makes your makeup process look better too. Drink a lot of water, eat foods that have high water content, get your vitamins, either naturally or from supplements, whatever works for you. I get a lot of vitamin D from daily supplements because I live, above a certain certain latitude. I get my words mixed up, but I'm so far north that I don't get much sunshine. I don't get many sunny days. So that vitamin D is very important also for your skin and other parts of your body to help you look and feel good. It's also very good if you struggle with dark days, too many cloudy, gloomy days, not enough sunshine during the winter. It really helps you feel better through that season as well. But what I was going to say is when I was a teenager, I applied my concealer before I applied my foundation. However, after a certain age, my skin started changing. The consistency of my skin felt different. I had lines, I had different things going on. And so the way that I was doing my makeup as a younger girl wasn't working for me anymore as a 50-year-old. And so now I apply my my concealer over my foundation, and I like the way that it works better for me. If you're doing a process that you've been doing for too many years, try a different way of doing it and see if that changes the way that you feel about your process. I'm just going to go ahead and do both eyes and show you. Again, this is the lightest shade of concealer, lighter. It's at least 3 or 4 shades lighter than my own foundation. Now I'm just applying it. I'm not blending it right now. I just want you to see whole face where it's going. Okay. It's a great way to bring your eyes, make your eyes look perkier, more wide awake. I also, when I have a little bit left on the brush of the same shade, I will bring it down here like this, and also down here like this. And when I blend this out, this helps me look like I have cheekbones, because I have sort of a roundish face. I'm carrying a year of COVID weight. I'm at my heaviest weight ever. And so this helps my face look a little more thin, okay, like that. So I love to put just a little bit left down here. If I have any left, I could put a little bit over my Cupid's bow if I want. Makes my lips look a little more peaked there, makes my top lip stand out a little bit more. I could put, let's see, do I do this every day? No, but these are just different places where you can use your concealer. You can put a little bit up over a brow, your brows like that. If you want to lift your eye, you could put a little bit, let me put a little bit on my brush here. You could put a little bit under your brows, like that. Okay, you get the idea. If you want to do something to your nose, you could bring a little bit down the center of your nose. There's some ideas for concealer. Now that is, again, 3 to 4 shades lighter than my foundation. If I want to cover up melasma that I have going on, I have so many breakouts on my skin right now, I'm going to use a concealer, a darker one, that matches my foundation, okay? And let me get just a little bit on my brush, and I can dab it over all of the breakouts that I have going on around my brows. Some people have little broken blood vessels or thin skin around the corners of their nose. You could do that as well. Okay, and with that brush, I could go around and touch up any places where I have a blemish. Now, for melasma, in the summertime, I'm really good about keeping my face covered. I wear a hat when we go out boating. I wear sunscreen, but I still feel like during the summertime, and of course, if you're in water, water can reflect the sun up. Even if you have a hat on, the water can reflect sun up on your face. And if you drive, I do long drives to go see my son who's away in college. This side of my face is facing the car window. And whenever I make that drive, the sun is always right there, just shining through my window. So I do get the dark spotting along here, which I've covered up now. If you have dark spots and you feel like a lighter concealer isn't working or a darker concealer isn't working, you can find one that's maybe a little bit lighter with a pink undertone to it, and that may help offset the darker color of either a scar or, like I said, the dark spots I have from melasma. That also helps so much. So then I take a blending brush and I can blend it. I don't have my blending brushes right here, but you want to blend it in so that you don't have all these lines that you see. If you want to see, I did about a week ago, I think I did a video showing how different types of blending brushes or foundation brushes, concealer brushes, that you can use. And there's different things. You can sort of stipple it into your skin if you like that, you know, that pressing stipling, if you feel like that's a better look for your skin, depending on whether you have lines or wrinkles or I have dimples. Sometimes I, have to work around the dimples. Or there are fluffier concealer brushes that will help, that will help blend out so that you don't see all of the lines. for the most part, used to use my fingers, but now that I found some of these tools, they are so much better. Then I don't get the concealer on my hands, but also it gives me a very airbrushed kind of look when it's all done. So I really like that. So this is not the finished look. This is just where you put it. Again, I love down here because it helps give me a lift on my cheekbones, makes my face look a little more skinny. Takes off about 10 pounds though, I'm not kidding you. And then also down under the eyes really is great. If you have a lot of fine lines or wrinkles down under your eyes, what you can do is take just a little tiny bit of face primer, and you can use it. You can do it in your hand, in your fingers, or the palm of your hand, or you can use a makeup palette like this and mix it with a little bit of that primer, and it makes the consistency thinner, more smooth, more able to go into those fine lines. It works with lines in your skin very, very well when you do that. Then it's not a thick, pasty product. And the real key is, especially why I like this, is because I can take product and I can just really brush it out with my brush and use just a very thin layer. And then if I need more, it's easy enough to go back and drag and use more on my brush. And that way I'm not putting on too much, because you know, if you put too much product on, whether it's foundation or concealer or eyeshadow or lipstick, whatever it is, you put too much on and it makes a mess, right? You can't blend it, you can't move it, you can't remove it, you don't want to start over. So if you start with those really thin layers like that, you can always go back and add more, but it's really hard to take off if you put too much on to begin with, right? Okay, so what do you think? I ran and quickly blended this out so that you could see it turns out really well. It's a really great way to level up your makeup game. Again, I put on my concealer over my foundation. For 30 years, I used concealer first and then foundation on top. Try it both ways. See what works for you. If you've been doing it one way for a long time and you're not liking the way that your makeup is looking, maybe it's time to change, right? If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would be so thankful if you would hit that subscribe button, and you'll get notified whenever I upload a new video here. Also, you can find me on Facebook. I'm at Glam Lashes Galore, and on Instagram, I'm Glam Lashes Galore also. So I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope this helps your makeup routine. You're not behind. You're right where you're supposed to be. Jump in today and try this tip and see if it changes your makeup as well. Have a good day. Bye.